Hi, viewers. Thank you for joining us today. So, thank you for joining us tonight. Um, we have a great show lined up for you. As you can see, we are interviewing Kay-Dee Windvogel. And yeah, she's going to share some great insights with you. We're going to have a great discussion. This is Welcome to the Footy Express show. I never know how to start this thing. I'm still looking for a perfect intro. But please like our channel. Please subscribe. Be lekker. Subscribe. I don't want to have to offer prizes and competitions. But yeah, be lekker. Subscribe, please. So yes, Kay-Dee, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for having me also.
It's an absolute pleasure. I was looking forward to interviewing you since I heard your story. Looking forward to interviewing you for a while. We already have a comment from Treswell Overmeyer. You say, looking forward to this interview. Top show Johnny Treswell is doing some brilliant things in Cape Town, in Cape football. He's with a company and organization called Right Foot Forward. So, Kay-Dee, yeah, welcome to the show. Your career, you currently playing for UWC. You
Yes.
were at the High Performance Center at Tux. You a World Cup under 17 player. You a World Cup under 20 in played in the qualifying rounds. You played COSAFA Cup. All these things as a goalkeeper. My one question that I wanted to ask you: why did you choose to become a goalkeeper?
It wasn't really a choice, to be honest. I played for the boys team, and we didn't have a goalkeeper, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't playing well, and the coach didn't know how to tell me. So the coach was like, "No, just put her in the polls." And the first tournament I played as a goalkeeper, they didn't score against me, and ever since then, I've been a goalkeeper.
How old were you in that tournament, playing in that tournament?
I'm not sure. I'm 5 or 6 because I know there's an under 7 tournament.
Wow. So I just gave a long list, and there's probably more achievements. And this all started as a goalkeeper playing for Strandfontein Seagulls, up the Seagulls. Um, you played for an all boys team from the
Yes.
age of 5 years to the age of 14 years old.
Mm.
What was that like?
It was really challenging. Not I feel like people saw me and thought, oh, it's a girl, can score against her. But I'm very grateful for that experience. I feel like Stramten helped me achieve a lot of things. Like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. And also
Mm.
grateful for the people that played with me because I feel like at first they weren't too sure about me, but as time went on, I proved myself, and that's also how God was known. It's because of, oh, did you see that female goalkeeper playing for Strandton? And I used to like that, proving
The
people
attention.
people wrong. Yes, but there was also a lot of challenges. Sexism. Females shouldn't play soccer. They should go play netball. Yes, but we got past it, and I was able to prove people wrong.
That's such valuable insight. And let me say, just in my interaction with
Mm,
trying to get this
mm,
interview, you were a total pro, and I can see
mm.
you probably got it from the age of 5 already. And thanks to your parents for doing a great job.
Mm,
But I mean, that's such great insight that on the one hand, Strandfontein and the guys that you played with, the boys that you played with,
mm,
helped you and challenged you so much. But on the other
mm,
hand, there were these challenges.
mm,
How did you stay? Because I know that's not an easy thing to stay
mm,
in it because people don't trust. They didn't trust you at that
mm,
early stages.
mm.
How did you push through that?
For me, I didn't play for other people. I played because I enjoyed the sport, and I, for example, when I think I was under 11, and the coach of the top team, I was the only goalkeeper at that time. He didn't want me to play first team, and I didn't really care of where I played as long as I played. So I was playing third and second team. The coaches were juggling me in between the teams because they didn't have goalkeepers, and I I felt like even if I play second team or 13, I'm still getting a chance to play. Whereas I'm playing for a coach that doesn't want me there because he has a thing against girls playing. And um, I feel like my parents fought that battles, and I rather stayed in my place because for me it was just about soccer, you know. And also, I'm sure now that coach that had a vendetta against me sees that that didn't stop me, and I'm here now. So I'm grateful for that also, because at a young age I was able to open my eyes and see the world for what it is. It's like there's people plotting against you, you know, and you just have to prove them wrong.
Why don't we have you on the show? I've always known females have more insight. They have more insight and they grasp these things earlier. I grasped that lesson that you're talking about right now at the age of 27. I grasped that exact lesson that I need to play for the joy of it, and it doesn't matter where I'm playing. I can't lose that love of the
Yes.
game and that enjoyment of the
Yes.
game. So my first 7 years where I played pro, I absolutely hated it because I was playing for other people and I hated it.
Yes.
The next
Yes.
7 years was amazing. I loved it because I was playing for just the love of the game, and I wasn't playing for other people's approval. I think my main approval was playing for God, and that changed the way I saw the
Yes.
game. And it sounds like it's changed the way you saw the game. What other challenges do you think you experienced playing in a male-driven industry?
Definitely opportunities. Growing up, there wasn't a lot of opportunities. The first time, to be honest, UWC is the first female team I played for. So it's also new to me. Even though I was at the HPC, that's not really a club; it's a training center. And I feel like people aren't sponsoring women's football right now for the reasons why female footballers are getting results that they need to, but they're not getting paid. So people can't make a living off it. And if you want to make a living off it, you have to go to another country because your own country doesn't have that opportunity for you. So I think that's a challenge us as South Africa as a whole needs to like work on getting more sponsors and deals for female South African players to make it big in their own country.
And I agree with you. I think if I just look at your CV, you've done more at the age of 19 than I've done in 15 years of playing football. Like football's taken it to so many other countries. The World Cup is that something? Is being a female? This you don't have to answer this question, but being a female footballer, is it something that do you have to sort of raise the funds, or is that something that is fully provided for you guys?
I've never paid to play. Let me put it like that. I've never paid for myself to play. Obviously, the trips I did for national team was provided for, but also, you know, I'm 19 and I'm studying because I know that it's not a given for me to make it, even though as you say, my CV is big. So it's not a given for me to make it big. So I have to put other plans in place where I know that 19-year-old boys in my didn't go overseas or play national team as much as I did, but they're getting paid to play, you know. So that's things you have to think about also.
How do you deal with that?
You know, some stuff is out of your hands, you know. You just have to do what's best for yourself. And right now, education is what's gonna be best for myself if I don't make it, you know. But I feel like being at UWC also helps me get that studying and playing, because they allow me to play on the top level while studying also. And my coach is also all about education, so I think that's also good.
That's brilliant. Maybe some encouragement. What we're finding now is after football, and I don't know if you follow it, but we're finding that so many male footballers, especially in South Africa, are struggling to make a living because they don't have education. So I know it's hard. It's hard to accept the inequality, and I agree with you. It's not right, but we're seeing that having those plans in place with education, it's almost like for you, it's not even a choice. you know you have to do it. And if there are young male footballers listening, I'd want to encourage you to listen to Kay-Dee and make education a priority. Make education a, just as football is a priority, make education a priority. Is it hard to juggle those two things, education and playing at that high level?
It really is. I won't even lie. We were at World Cup and I had to write exams. So imagine you play now, your World Cup game, you have to go back to your room to study because you're writing. It's really, really, really hard. But I feel like the school that I was at, it also helped me. It's not as hard as university, but like it was a sports school, so they knew the struggles that sports people face, and it also you have to have that self motivation. You have to want it for yourself, to have that discipline to go home late at night and study and do your schoolwork and stuff. Especially now that it's online, you're at home. You have to have the
Yeah,
motivation to log in and do the stuff.
yeah, yeah. Is there ever times that you feel like giving up?
Mm. Yo, like you mentioned earlier that there was a point in your life that you weren't enjoying it. I feel like every footballer or sports person goes through that period where you're just doing it because you're good at it but you're not enjoying it anymore. And there was a period of time that I felt like that, but I just carried on because some stuff you
You
just have to pray about it.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing that I'll
Mm,
get or me find my joy for the game
mm,
again is praying and that connecting to God
mm,
during those moments. Do you think
mm,
the challenges that you experienced at a young age sort of prepared you for the challenges you're facing now? Because you the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you I almost feel like I want you to have sessions with every
mm,
single team that I coach, boys
mm,
team that I coach.
mm,
The way you carry yourself is you carry yourself with such professionalism. Do you
mm.
think those challenges early in life helped you to cope through this?
I feel like every challenge, they say you go through things for a reason, and I feel like it helps you, open your eyes more and understand life more. What the challenges I go through, the next person will go through it. I experienced that in my team, and if you go through it, you are able to give your wisdom and share knowledge about the situation to help you others or people in your team that's going through that. So I feel like it did help me as a person and to grow.
Like you are now, and
Mm,
like I say, you learned at the age of 8 years old or nine
mm,
years old that I personally only learned at the age of 27.
mm,
So I mean that to see more people
mm,
embrace challenge because I
mm,
think it's challenge and not everybody wants to embrace challenge. Do
mm.
you play a role in helping you embrace challenge?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Does your parents play a role in in helping you embrace challenge or supporting you through challenge? They play.
Um, my parents are very supportive, and they probably my number one supporters. Um, and when I have a problem, my parents always give me good advice. But I didn't really grow up. Not that I didn't grow up with being in my parents' house, but I went to boarding school, so I didn't see my parents a lot. And being now in Cape Town, going to playing FWC, that's the first time in a few years that I've been actually at home. So I won't say that they didn't help me, but sometimes you have to just uh, figure it out yourself.
Sorry, that's buffering a
Mm,
lot.
mm.
Can you still with us?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, great. So sorry, man, I didn't hear what you said. When it plays on you, when it plays on YouTube after this, we'll hear everything.
Okay.
You talked about the opportunities in football. Um, are there many opportunities?
Uh, I feel like that answer will be different for every female footballer in South Africa. But for me, I feel like I had a lot of opportunities, especially
Mm,
because of the school I went to. Because as I told you that HUC helps they train females for national teams. So I think that helped me also with the opportunities that I had. So, but opportunities for people that don't go to school, I'm not sure how it is. But for me, yes, there was a lot of opportunities for me.
What can local clubs do, or local structures? What needs to improve in local structures? I think this is brilliant. Um, the conversation like this is brilliant because it shows like the types of opportunities that you can get. And I believe there are opportunities in football, not as much for female footballers, obviously, but what can local clubs do and local structures, in your opinion?
I feel like yo you know, if you look at female soccer, right, you get Sassel, National League, and other leagues, but you get different age group girls playing in a team together. So you can be 15 playing with someone that's 30-year-old. So I
Sure.
feel like if female soccer is structured where females are able to play with their own age group coming up, I feel like there would be more, how can I say, opportunities for people to shine, because how is a 15-year-old supposed to outshine someone that's 30 if
Sure.
that person's way bigger than that 15-year-old? So I feel like
Sure.
if the people, that comes back to sponsors, people being more serious about female soccer, it'll be on the same par as a male soccer, where you can go to any local place club and there will be your age group and you can work up to the senior teams, maybe more tournaments, and that will help expose talent, you know.
So basically, club level, taking women's football more seriously.
Yes, definitely.
Because what I am hearing is like you'll have teams that will maybe have an under 16 or under 14, but exactly like you're saying now, you'll probably have 11-year-old playing with a 16-year-old,
It's
and I
not even
mean that's
think
crazy.
I don't think I ever saw a team that had
That's
under
crazy.
16s or under. I feel like
Um,
they have like.
let me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's under 16s or under 14s in female soccer. I feel like you get like maybe under 10 or something, and then after that you get like a senior team, like first team. So I think that is really something we need to work on.
Are there enough? Are there enough female footballers out there, or do you?
That's
Yeah.
also a good question.
But I guess now you go.
I feel like that's a good question, because you know, today's age people are not as passionate for sports. You know, people they play it and then they don't want to play it, and or they play and they want to be there already, you know, and they're
Yeah.
not willing to
Yeah.
learn. So that's
Yeah.
also a challenge.
Yeah. So I think like having the type of mentality to push through is something that you need. But then also from club level, you need people to get more serious. From investors, you
Yes.
need them to get more serious. But also as an individual, you need to have the ability or find the ability to push through. Tell us about this picture. I want to tell me about the World Cup. I was playing at the World Cup.
There was so much pressure, but the experience and just to see other countries, it's really amazing. You don't like, sorry, for me, traveling the world and not paying a cent, and you know, doing the sport you love, that's already a plus on its own. But being at the World Cup, that's an experience that you people get to experience maybe once in their life, and I got to experience that in a young age, and hopefully it's not the last time that I go to the World Cup, you know.
Yeah, no,
But
hopefully it's not.
the pressure was definitely there, and you know, you get there, then you see that actually you think you the best, or you in your mind you feel like, no, we're gonna go there, my team's the best, we're gonna, but then you see it female soccer in the other parts of the world, and you see like, actually my country's behind. It's like you know, other countries are set a football setup or maybe better, but I feel like that's just a learning step for us, and we did our best. That's all we could have done, our best.
And I mean, like you said, it's helpful to go to these countries to see what you still need to improve on. I definitely believe we have the skill and the talent, but I mean, there's obviously we can improve. So Nikita has a question. Sorry. Speaking some real facts, Kay-Dee can definitely relate. Not sure how many clubs you played for, but do you find when transferring from one club to the other club is a massive challenge?
As I mentioned earlier, obviously is my first female soccer team that I played for, but I'm sure that traveling from one club is to another club is different. I feel like you will always get your challenges because of there was people before you, or favoritism. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's different, but I can't really give a proper answer because I haven't traveled to another team yet.
So I think Nikita's asking about like getting your clearance. Sometimes it's difficult. I know we used to struggle when we were playing way back. That used to be a struggle to get your clearance, and I mean, it's just easy to give up. And if that definitely is the case, if you at the amateur level, Nikita, to answer your question, at amateur level, no club can keep you. They can't delay giving your clearance if you want to go. So my advice would be that you can get your clearance from SAFA. So it shouldn't be an issue, but I understand. Well done on representing at the World Cup, but I do understand the challenges that comes with that, because it's just another challenge that would make you want to give up. I can't get my clearance. I want to move on. I can't. So nobody's allowed at amateur level to hold your clearance. You can get your clearance from SAFA. You could go directly to SAFA and get your clearance. Tell us about a game that was a pressured game at the World Cup for you.
The Japan game. Because I felt like my first game was like people were going on like, yo, you played so well, da 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 da, and I felt so nice. Yo, but we went to Japan, and they were like, they weren't speaking at all. I won't even style a word of a lie, and they were like, switch, switch, and you were lost in the game. And I gave away a penalty, and I think they had like 3 penalties in that game, and we lost 6-0, but it's like amazing to see how well they played. And I honestly thought that they were going to win the World Cup, just to find out that the Mexico, the team we drew against the first game, was the one that went to the finals against Spain, and Spain won them in the finals. And it was so shocking because honestly, Japan, they outplayed us that day.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Those games are the worst. That you're spinning. You're going this way. You're turning this way. You can't do anything. You're spinning. And were you feeling it as a goalkeeper in that game? Because you normally have. Yes.
There was pressure because we couldn't even like get out of our own half in that game. And the worst part is that they're not even speaking to each other. It's like they know where each other are, like switch, switch. And after the game, my whole team, my coach, everyone, we were like just speaking about the fact that they weren't speaking to each other, but they were playing so well together. It's like they've been playing together for forever.
Like a unit. Shiam Ahmed, I know Shiam Ahmed's a very proud, one of your proud supporters. She says, I'm very old singer, well done. And I think if I think about both male and female soccer, do you think that's something that we struggle with? Because I know struggle with in male football, playing as a unit. Is that something that we struggle with in South Africa?
That's a really tough question for me to answer, but I think so. I feel like coming to national team, you're putting a team together. They're not playing a long time, and it's time to get. It's hard for people to gel if they don't train together for a while because they come from different clubs, different style of play. So that's challenges we face.
And I mean, some of the challenges that you mentioned
Mm,
now in South African football, I think we're doing amazing
mm,
with the resources,
mm,
with the structures.
mm,
I think we're doing amazingly. So, I mean, big
mm,
ups to the coaches
mm,
and to you guys for,
mm,
sorry, for pushing through and for
mm,
persevering. I mean, that's perseverance on another level. So, if things if I mean if things were more structured, imagine
mm,
where we could be.
mm,
Um,
definitely.
is there any other insights you want to share with us?
Ah, not that I can think of right now.
T- Tell us where you're playing right now and yeah, but about the team or
I'm playing for UWC and we're playing in the National League. My team, I feel like
as
personally, my team is like a really good team, and
brilliant, brilliant,
I
brilliant. You
feel
must
like
say that. You must
yes, just put it out there, and I feel like we're gonna
do
be
it, do
really
it.
good this year, really good this year in the National League, and our league starting in 2 weeks' time. Very excited for that. Yeah.
What kind of teams are in the league? Can you tell us? And how is it structured?
I'm not sure about all the teams, but there's teams in the likes of Sundowns, Bloemfontein Celtics, TUT, JVW, Thunderbirds. There's other teams, but I don't know
Okay.
all of them.
No, that's interesting because I assume that it was just university teams, but it's a lot of
No.
teams, different teams.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is there
But
relegation? Can you get relegated from the league? Is there
2 years ago, the league started the first time. There was no relegation, but they added a few teams. But this year, there is relegation. Yes.
okay? So there's another division that
Mm.
teams could possibly go to.
Yes, Sassel, the one
Okay.
underneath.
So you guys will travel to Sundowns and teams like
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we play home and away.
Okay. And Varsity Cup, when does that start?
I am not too sure
Because
about
of
the
COVID.
Varsity Cup. Yes, and also I think it's too early. Probably close to the time they'll tell us about the Varsity Cup and uses and stuff.
Okay. Kay-Dee, it was an absolute pleasure. I think I learned so much in this interview, which I love doing. Do you want to share some final thoughts or final encouragement and some final words of wisdom,
Mm.
some nuggets, throw some nuggets on us?
My words of wisdom is to that young girl playing soccer out there that they shouldn't give up and do not let your friends influence you, and don't always follow the crowd. That's something you learn, that not everyone around you that wants the best for you. So I feel like you should just keep pushing and always put God first, because he's the one that will take you there.
And that's, I mean, in football, I
Mm,
think that happens. It's so easy to follow the
mm,
crowd, and I think in especially in the industry, I call it
mm,
as my new term for the
mm,
football industry, the Wild
mm,
West.
mm,
Is especially in the football industry that we in. It's so important to be true to who you are, and
mm,
that is probably one of the hardest things because
mm,
in football you're part of a team, and it just makes sense to do what everybody else is doing. But
mm,
I guess choosing the right things to do
mm.
as part of a team and then choosing what's not right for you. And I agree. I think God is the one that will guide us and lead us
Yes.
in those. Yeah, Kay-Dee, it was a brilliant. I don't say this lightly, but it
Mm,
was brilliant at the age
mm.
of 19 for you to share so many insights. It's amazing. Um, you sound like you could be a mentor also. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us on the show. Just maybe stay. I want to what we do on the show also is we promote local businesses.
Okay.
Uh, and this local business that we're promoting is called Thrifters Corner. And I know the entrepreneur that started this. She's a social worker. Her name is Nikita De Villiers. She's one of the people that asked the question. And yeah, this is a side hustle, but I know it's not an easy thing to do. But
Mm-hmm.
her business, Thrifters Corner, it's secondhand clothing, that good secondhand clothing that she sells. And she's trying to build this brand. And this is details as well. Just hold on a second. Yeah. Shyam Ahmed, for sure. Thanks, Coach John. I coach her son, so shout out to Shakir also.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I play for
Kay-Dee,
Shakir.
oh, wait, tell us. Please tell
Mm.
us.
We won tournaments together actually. Yeah, not okay. We didn't win tournaments, but like we got cups. I think when we were under 9, 8, I got goalkeeper tournament, and he was in the team. And then just before we went to Ubuntu, we played in Makassar tournament, and then I got goalkeeper tournament there. So yeah,
Wow.
one of the most
And you,
hardworking people I know on the field.
sure, you're a true professional. Reminds me
Mm,
of you.
mm,
Both these sons can play also.
mm.
Okay, so you played with some good players. And
Yes.
maybe last question, your training schedule, how is it?
Yo. I train every day except I told you Wednesdays, but today I've trained because I have to get fit. I recently came back from injury, so I'm trying to get catch up to the team's fitness. So
Okay.
yeah.
How long were you out for?
Um I can't really say that because we weren't really playing, but the first 2 weeks of training, I wasn't in because I have a recurring injury. So I had to first work on that before I get into anything heavy because I didn't
Okay.
want it to give me problems.
Okay. Okay. Katie, thanks again.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
no, it was quite. We'll definitely have you on the show
Mm,
again. And yeah, you can catch the show. It's recorded on our YouTube
mm,
channel, Footy Express.
mm.
And yeah, like I started off, be lekker, guys. Subscribe, ask your friends and family to subscribe. Katie, ask your friends and family to subscribe us.
Will do.
But thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.